are live. How are you guys?
I'm
Good,
good.
how
How
are
are you?
Ready for a fun, how do you call it, Transformers episode? My guests today are like deep into Energon. They get high on Energon. So I met them. We'll talk about it how we met. But I'm very happy to have you guys here
Thank you
today.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
So let me check the camera.
Bam!
There
Ah!
There we go.
There we go. Okay, now how are you guys?
We are good. How about yourself?
Good. I'm very happy to have you guys here. We're gonna talk Transformers, right?
I am
Let's
excited.
Let's do it.
But first, before we do that, tell me a little bit more about how you guys are connected, because I know you're doing collaborations right now.
Yes, we
We're
are.
doing a lot of stuff. You go on hunt. So tell me a little bit more, so my audience get to know you better.
Ness, ladies first.
Thank you very much. So, we actually ended up meeting on Instagram.
We
so, I met Primus as a YouTube content creator, and I ended up reaching out to him actually over a gigantic Rise of the Beast poster. And from there, here we are, going on toy hunt collabs and just having fun, geeking out about Transformers together.
Who would have thought a big poster would lead to this? Like, just out of nowhere. A big Rise of the Beast poster that you said.
Yeah, funny how life works out.
So I'm almost afraid to ask, but so you like Rise of the Beast? Because you know that when we throw the Babers into the equation, there's obviously a fracture in the fandom, and people start taking sides. So
Oh,
what's
no.
your take? What's your guys' takes
Me,
on the cinematic
I-
versions?
I like Rise of the Beast a lot. I enjoyed the film. The two films I don't like really are Age of Extinction and The Last Night. But honestly, like these movies, I just enjoy them a lot. I like the action. I know the story is like kind of confusing, but I think ever since after The Last Night, from Bumblebee and on, I feel like it's a new continuity. You know, it's something brand new, fresh. Yeah, we get some glimpses of like Baber stuff here and there in the Bumblebee movie, but I feel like this is its own thing. And I know Lorenzo has said that this all connected, but I want to know how. How is this connected? Because it's back in like what 1994, and the Transformers came in 2007. So I really don't know how that makes sense. But we'll see what he says.
How about you? How about you, Ness?
I am a Rise of the Beast fan. I do have to say I can see how for some people coming, maybe not from the Transformers universe, it would be a little out of context in some parts, maybe not as enjoyable. But for those of us who just love seeing those gigantic robots we've grown so fond of on the screen throwing down, there are some questions I do have about the film. But overall, I have to say I'm just happy that there's another Transformers film out there, and I'm excited.
Like what? What type of questions? Not like I'm qualified to answer. What type of questions do you have about the film?
About the film itself, oh, I don't want to throw any shade on Rise of the Beats, but um, nothing really I can think of off the top of my head. Just some I guess complaints I've seen from some people who've watched the films, um, like Bumblebee coming back. I do think that was cool. Um, I do think it's nice that it gave way to Mirage and another Autobot having like that main screen time besides Optimus. But there are some questions I do have to ask about that.
Well, we have to say how we met. So you guys came to the store.
We
and
did.
I saw you guys making videos, and I wanna send the message out. Content creators are beyond welcome here. You guys can come, do whatever you want. That's exactly what I
What's
told them.
happening?
And then I'm like, why don't you guys come to the show? That's how you guys ended up here on my table.
Yes, and thank you so much for that. That was really exciting.
No,
I mean, just
really.
any opportunity to collaborate, and like you said, I think we were there talking for like 20 minutes, just geeking out about
Yeah.
just nerdy stuff. So this is always such a fun. It's our very first time podcasting. So
It
this is
is.
a very
It's really
very
fun.
cool opportunity.
Really?
Yeah.
But you guys, I mean, I kind of like went in on the web and checked what you guys do in some
Right.
degree, and but you guys are very active. So I'm surprised that this is the first podcast ever.
Yeah, I mostly go live Fridays, but this is our first time like
Officially.
podcasting.
Yeah.
And it's super fun. We enjoy this a lot.
So how do you? Okay, well let's talk a little bit about what you guys do. So you go on a hunt, right? You go on.
Yes,
Hey,
we do.
that's
That's us.
Tell me a little bit. So what were you in the hunt for? Like for example, were you out and about? Were you trying to find? Talk to me. How does a hunt for you guys look like?
A hunt is just goofiness, and honestly finding new waves that get announced. Basically, something called TFW 2005. They always update us on like when new waves come out and stuff. So when it's in the area, that's when we're like, okay, we need to go and we need to hunt, and hopefully we find them. And if we don't, then it's okay. We cry later at night, but then the next day we get up again and we go
We
try to
try
find these.
again.
But then there's some that are like super hard to find that you can't find at all. So you have to buy them online. But I think for me, the fun about toy hunting is you get to be yourself, just have fun and go find these figures. And when you find them, you're like, oh,
This
we
is
found them.
amazing, especially since
So,
sometimes retail stores are so dry.
oh yeah, they
We
are.
haven't been able to have like a really good toy hunt in I'd say a few weeks just because we go to stores and it's the same thing sitting on the shelf. And that's great for people who do want to get them, but when you're kind of like in the thrill of let's see if I can find this, one of the first people to find this and maybe I won't buy it, but just getting to see it on the shelf for the first time.
So you go with like a target, like you have like a wish list, like you have a wanted. Though, how does that work?
So for me, at least, I'm not as big of a figure collector right now as Frankie is, and I would say that he's a bigger Studio Series collector figure than I am. So I just started getting into this side of things very recently, and I'm learning about specific figures, and it's been really interesting. But for me, I do have a wish list based on do I have all of my favorite Autobots, Decepticons, and other Transformers in my collection, and then everything else is I'll go to see it just to get it on Toy Hunt and be like, oh my god, this is so cool, but I don't typically buy the figures.
So you're into characters. You're trying to put
Yes,
together.
I'm more trying to put
Oh,
together
that's
my favorite
cool.
characters.
That's cool. How did it started on your end? Like because it's not common to find a female collector, and I always cherish when I do. And I was showing you guys Claire Peterson that we
It was
recorded her in Plastic Crack, and her collection is just mind blowing. And
It's amazing.
I love to chat about that. So, what was your story? How's your story? On
How did I start? And it was really cool to see Claire. That's really like you said. It's really hard to find collectors that are girls, and then having a Transformers female collector,
Mm-hmm.
someone to look up to like that. I really want to check out her stuff more.
You
So
have to check her.
yeah, no, her collection looked amazing. But for me, I would say I think I grew up being more on the tomboy side of things, not so much like the girly girl. I watched NASCAR with my granddad growing up. I really like cars from a young age. So when I saw there was a movie with giant robots and cars, I'm like, this is fantastic. And just from a small age, I've liked toys, Marvel, DC. That was kind of more my starting point. But I got really serious about it after graduating. I graduated around the time of COVID, and COVID, we're inside, not a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember my mom gave me a Captain Carter Funko Pop, and from there, my collection grew. It's now at 140 something Funko Pops, and that
Jeez.
kickstarted my
God.
serious like collecting phase. And then I decided, what's my favorite franchise? Transformers. Let's get serious about collecting stuff. So I would say now I'm a Transformers Funko completionist collector, and I'm starting to dabble into things like Studio Series, Legacy.
Completion. So you're trying to complete a line, a full line.
I have every single Generation 1 Transformers Funko Pop, except for the digital Funko Pops that come physical. Those are the only ones I don't have. But I have every
Of
other one.
course. Yeah. So how about you?
Well, honestly, my first ever figure was a 2000, I think 7 Ultimate Bumblebee, and I
Mhm.
still have that Bumblebee because it's one of those things where when you get your first ever figure, no matter in what condition, you always keep it because it's like memory.
I get a feeling. May I dare to guess that Bumblebee is your favorite character, right?
Yes, yes.
Figure.
Honestly, that's how it first started. That Bumblebee figure is what first started for me, and then bam, it just went up from there. I collect mostly just Studio Series. I also collect 3-0. Also got a partnership with YOLO Park.
Oh, nice.
It's really cool. And for completionists, I am trying to complete the Studio Series line. I know there's some that are repaints and stuff, and I don't really go for those. So I basically go for the new stuff, like just one version of that character, and then move on to the next.
What do you guys think of G1?
I
Like the actual toys, not necessarily the lore, but the G1 toys.
I like G1. I like the toys. There's some that are kind of questionable. My all-time
Questionable. What does that mean?
well, for me, I have a really history with 86 Coronation Starscream. Um, I have nightmares about that figure only because he appears everywhere I go. He's been out since 2022.
I feel there's a backstory here because your face is like saying a lot,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're not saying too much. So tell me about it.
Let's just say you better hope the Coronation Starscream, if they're in stores, they're hiding somewhere and they do not meet his hands. He's just yeah, let's just say he's pretty done with Coronation Starscream being on the shelf. Even though he's a pretty cool figure, he's just you see him everywhere.
I
You
like
see
the
him
figure.
everywhere.
I don't like the box.
I was gonna say I see that it's not hard to find.
No.
He's not hard to find whatsoever. There was one time we went toy hunting, there were 8 Coronation Leader class Starscreams, 4 on top stocked and 4 on the bottom.
Shelf warmer.
Shelf former
So,
at
what do
its
you think
highest.
of that animated movie, the one, the '80s movie? Have you seen it?
I have seen the 86 movie and I like it. Yeah, Optimus Prime dies, and mostly almost every main Autobot dies. And that's what shocked me when I first watched it. I'm like, they really don't care. They're just killing off these people that we grew up
Right
with,
from the start.
especially Optimus Prime. Um,
You know the story with G.I. Joe and that, right?
I don't.
So
Actually,
the Joe movie came out. I think it was a few months or maybe a year. I might be correct. Like I might be wrong there, but it was like a short time in between movies, right? So a huge amount of moms sent letters to Hasbro saying, "How dare you to kill Prime this way? My kid has been crying for 2 weeks and blah 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 blah." So they went. The Duke, which is the leader of GI Joe, technically,
Right.
dies in the movie, and then they went to the editing board and like, don't kill this guy because we have a lot of moms complaining, and then that that led to a very weird twist in the GI Joe movie because kids couldn't withstand the loss of Prime.
Yeah, I can just imagine Prime dying, and I know he dies in Revenge of the Fallen, but he comes back literally like an hour and a half later.
I cannot imagine seeing that as a kid. Those moms, though, props
Oh
to them for
man,
standing up for
they
their
they
kids.
had to bring Prime back, and I'm glad they did. I'm glad they brought Prime back because he's the leader of the Autobots. You can't just kill off
Well, the
Prime.
whole purpose of killing him was to bring him back. Like, everyone does that in
Yeah.
every lore. Like you're gonna kill him and then you're gonna make a big
Wow,
comeback.
yeah.
We all hated Ultra Magnus because of that.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
And Hot Rod wasn't necessarily a fan favorite because of that.
The
also.
question that we always get is it Hot Rod's fault?
To
And
this
it's
day.
to this day.
Hotly debated. You'll get two sides of both. You'll get like diehard people who are, yes, it's his fault, we don't like him, and there's people who are like, we should forgive him, guys. He was just trying to help. There's no in between.
There's no in between.
There's no in between.
But that movie, even though that is animated, is kind of rough. Like the whole opening sequence and
Oh,
the
yeah.
takeover on the spaceship, and Autobots dying all over, and what's going on?
And right within the first few minutes, you're just like, wow, this is getting intense
That
really
is probably
fast.
the darkest opening I've ever seen in a Transformers film.
Starscream just turning into dust.
Yeah,
like,
with that opening. That opening is also an iconic moment
yeah.
of the entire generation. It's the voice of Orson Welles and all the narrative. It's just mind blowing. And of course, Unicron, right?
Oh man,
Unicron.
Unicron. I'm still trying to find an actual Unicron figure. That is the only one that I don't have in my collection. But I
I
want
want to tie it.
So
Oh my
we're,
God, we
so
did
we're
take
gonna go
a- we
after.
did take a peep,
We're gonna go
yes.
after.
For a second, I thought you meant the Funko Pop Unicron, and I was like, wait. We did see Unicron on the way in the shop.
No, I have a real one. And speaking of Unicron, you were saying that you do reviews and stuff like that on
I
YouTube?
do. I do reviews. I do a mixture of things. I do toy hunts, reviews, news. Honestly, basically.
You react to
anything.
trailers.
I do. I react. Well, mostly just Transformers trailers. I remember when I reacted to Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I wasn't. My first ever reaction. It was me with a mask, and I didn't feel comfortable showing my face at the time. But sooner or later, you just step out of your comfort zone and try something new, and that's when the official trailer came out, and I loved that trailer so much.
You were so
I
excited
actually
in that
have
video.
something. Yeah, I actually have something to show you.
Oh man! Oh my God!
Unicron! Wait!
Yo,
Wait! What was that? Wait, okay, wait. I need to cut it here, dude. I just need a second.
Wait, the hand.
Unicron? Wait, wait. Oh my gosh, alright. Dude, there was so much to unpack there.
that I still like. Wait.
You were so excited.
I was not expecting Unicron. There were speculations like in the trailer, like, oh, Unicron might be coming, and I didn't think they were gonna show that in the first, because this is gonna, what I heard was it's gonna be a 3-movie series.
You didn't
Rise
expect
of
to be
Beast,
right in the front.
like in the beginning. So I'm like, Unicron, and he looked awesome.
He looked really good.
He looked
they
really
did a really
good.
good job with him.
The voice actor did amazing, and to this day, I go watch that and I'm like, that was amazing.
What about G.I. Joe? Any knowledge or care about Joes at all?
I think for me, I have seen what is it? Is it G.I. Joe Retaliation? One of the live action films
No, in general,
in general.
since we're talking about that movie, and then that end scene,
Yes, the little
Yes,
teaser.
the little
So
teaser.
like
I am excited about. So the most I know about GI Joe is coming from the old GI Joe Transformers collaborate.
crossover. Yeah,
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 on the
yeah, of course.
comics. So it is really nice to see that taking form on the screen. Hopefully in the future. I mean, it looks like it's gotten. It's picking up like it's confirmed that they're gonna.
Yes,
Okay, so that's exciting news, but that's
Is
about
it
as far.
confirmed? Is it confirmed? I'm not.
they're gonna do. Lorenzo is working on a GI Joe Transformer crossover movie.
Yes. So I know they were waiting to see whether or not that was gonna end up working out, but it looks like it's heading in a good direction.
It sounds so scary for a Joe fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know there's some concerns on the Transformers side, and there are some people who they were like they had no idea that GI Joe and Transformers had collaborated in the past, even though there's merchandise like the lunch boxes, the Funko Pops that come out together. But I think I'm willing to give it a try. I don't know much about GI Joe
It's
though.
actually the same parent, if you will. And we interviewed them in Plastic Crack. Bob Prupis, who was in charge of Joe's, was also in charge of Transformers, and he was the one that actually brought the whole concept from Japan and Hasbro, because Hasbro was like, I don't know about cars that transforms. The original concept in Japan was completely different. He Americanized it in a way. So yeah, there is the same dad.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah, pretty much. So how about figures? So what would be your ultimate or your favorite um piece in your collection? Both of you.
You can go. You go first.
Me go first. Um, so I would have to say I do collect a variety of things. If I had to narrow things down, I'm a big Deadpool collector too. So I'd say my largest collection besides Transformers is Deadpool.
You're all over the place because
I'm
we
all
were
over.
talking about Gundams on side,
Yes,
and then you're like,
yes.
so, which is good. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that
No,
in a bad
I
way.
do dabble. It started off with just collecting certain things, and I'm like, this really looks cool, and this really looks cool. So it's like, I don't know, especially meeting different people in the community, they get you into different things. I know when I was at Gundam Night, I found out there's these little model um, airplanes that look like, how do you say that, like chibi model airplanes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I do not need another rabbit hole to spend money on, but they're so cute. But yeah, I collect Marvel, DC, anything that's like movies, TV shows. But my two biggest collections would have to be Transformers and Deadpool. So my favorite figures.
You're
from,
in hot waters because there's a big movie coming.
Yes, I'm super excited for Deadpool 3. I'm really hoping for some good figures from that, but also at the same time something maybe more cost friendly,
Right?
that I can get from that. So I'm predicting one of the new figures from Deadpool will be one of my favorite figures, and then I would say for Transformers, um, we actually went to Tate's and found a Thrilling 30s Jetfire in really good condition, and I absolutely love him. I'm a big Jetfire fan, top 5 Autobots, and the battle mask he has on is beautiful.
Oh, you gotta get into Robotech then, and watch macros and all that.
Robotech, I'm in. How about you?
Me, I am slowly diverting into my favorite Marvel character is Iron Man. I can rewatch that movie 24/7. I just fell in love with the Iron Man character. So I collect Marvel Legends. She actually, for Christmas, she gave me a little Iron Man statue,
Yes.
and she gave me this little car of Iron Man. I flipped out because anything that do Iron Man, I'll flip out. I love Iron
The
Man.
first movie, you mean?
I love the 2008 Iron. I think it was 8.
The one with the Mandarin.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't cut the camera. The one with that. Fun fact: that was shot here in Florida. Yeah, the House of the Mandarin is actually Vizcaya, the Vizcaya Palace down in Miami.
Really?
No
Yeah,
way,
you can
that's so
actually
cool.
go and place yourself, and he was trying to get the costume because Tony Stark was like in prison, and then
Right.
he found pieces, and then eventually he left off. The whole thing was shot in Vizcaya.
Wow.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
That's
Yeah, you might as well want to go, and that's a great idea for a video.
Yeah,
Go
Yeah,
to
you
a-
know,
I
we
see
could,
that. We could do that.
we could do that.
It's pretty far from here. It's like probably 40 minutes without traffic from,
That's not
from
bad.
our location.
Whenever you're traveling to Miami, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to like an hour with traffic, so.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much. You're
That's
both from here, right? From
Yes.
Broward. Okay. So you guys met on Instagram,
Mhm.
We did.
and then you started. I'm sorry, I'm getting the hang of the switcher.
Of
and
course.
also looking on camera and conducting
Yeah.
the interview, like putting the fingers. Like my brain right now.
It's a lot to do, yeah.
Yeah, I need more energy.
More
More
energy, I
energy.
like that.
So you guys met online, and then let's just start hunting together? How does that work?
So I think we actually just we started communicating. I'm like, this is really cool. He's like really into Transformers. I'd like to learn more about figures. He's a figure reviewer, so I was watching his videos, and actually, one of the first videos of his I watched was that Rise of the Beast review that you did for the trailer. So I was like, oh my god, I love his energy. This is really cool. And then I think I we were chatting, and I was about to do my first Instagram live ever, and I was like, I'm really nervous, and he's like, you know what, if I'm able to, I'll do it with you. And I'm like, you know what, let's schedule time and let's both collaborate on this live. It would, help the nerves. We could have some fun, talk about things, and it was such a blast. I think we were live for like 3.5 hours just talking to people, and from there it just
Three
took
and a
off.
half hours.
3.5
Yeah,
hours.
Yeah, it did connect.
We did
for
connect.
sure.
Yes, it was a really good time. I think we brought a few people on, and there was just there to this day people quote us about some jokes from that live stream. So it was just really cool. We did it again, and then we were like, oh, what was the next thing we did? We went to TFCon Orlando together.
we did. That was an experience.
Yes.
Good question. Are you guys going to California?
I am sadly she won't be able to go,
Oh.
but I will be going to TFCon LA with the execs. That's what we call ourselves. It consists of the Alfonso Nation, Nick's Plastic Shelf, Awesomeness Prime, and Jake Prime. Basically, we all love Transformers, and it's the first time we're going to be in a group. So we're going to go have fun, and I'm going to meet Peter Cullen and Frank Welker.
Oh
That's
wow!
so exciting.
Yeah, you haven't met them before?
I have never met them before. I'm trying to stay calm, but like it's slowly coming out. But I'm really excited.
Get ready. Well, in my case, I grew up with that voice. Well, you guys too, because
Yeah.
he ended up
Yeah,
doing
he's been
right.
most
But
of
in
the
my case, I was like, I can't believe that that's the voice.
Right.
And I even told him, like, can you record my voicemail? Like, you say, right now I can't pick up the phone.
Oh my
So-
god, that's
oh
so
my
cool.
And he was like, no. Cool guy though, but I couldn't
No,
get away
couldn't
with
pass.
that. Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Really excited.
Now you know. Don't ask him to record your voicemail
Oh no,
for you.
I'm just gonna.
I don't know. That might have been the day. He was super nice though. He was super nice.
I always hear stories like he's the nicest person you will ever meet, including Frank. Like they both are amazing, and growing up hearing their voices and then getting to see them for the first time, I'm gonna probably cry, but like happy tears.
Because they're like the fathers for fictional fathers for so many of us. We look up to them, even though Megatron, a villain, he has his redeeming qualities, and we've seen them. So I feel
love
like it's
Megatron. I
Megatron's
love
just
Megatron.
so cool.
You can't have a decent Prime without a Megatron because it's a
No.
balanced
Oh, yeah.
chaos.
Yes,
You need
yes.
them. You need them both.
I just some of their interactions in G1. I think one of my favorite ones still is when they're battling on a dam, and Megatron just takes off, and he's like launching his weapon, and he's just cackling as he flies off from Prime. I don't know. I thought that kind of banter and stuff was just so engaging and comforting in G1. So I don't know. I have
Right.
to say.
Then going back to the animated movie, that battle betwing them, and then the voice like, one should rise, one should fall.
Yeah,
And
that's-
it's
That's actually really good.
God.
It really hooks you in.
You do a good Optimus Prime voice.
Not really. With an
Better than
accent,
mine.
maybe.
Yeah.
Better than ours, I'll tell you that.
With an accent, maybe. So you're not going to California, and so you guys call yourselves the ex. How do you call yourself again?
The execs.
The exec. Then what does that mean?
Basically, what started was the Alfonso Nation. I watched him when I was a kid. He was one of my biggest inspirations growing up. He did the same thing that I'm doing right now: toy hunts, reviews,
Nice.
everything. So one day, he just rallied these amazing group of friends together, and now we're like super close. Like there would be nights where we just be on Discord and just call each other to like 2 or 3 in the morning, just talking Transformers, just doing whatever. And the coolest part is this chat. Like we have each other's back no matter what, and it's always awesome to have those type of people. Because growing up, we never really had Transformers friends. We were always like by ourselves. We didn't know what to do. We always just watched these by ourselves. But now having a group of friends is
It's really nice
awesome.
to be able to do that with people. Like I think that's one of the greatest things of us getting to collab together is I know people who might say they like Transformers, they like the Bayverse films, they may have seen a few episodes of Prime here and there, but no one ever really like go out and just geek out over stuff like will we find this figure today or stuff or how excited are you for the movie coming up. So like being able to like make that kind of friendship and then hang out in person and be able to do that kind of stuff, it's just really nice.
I love that because, for example, with Joe's, what I really miss about the Joe convention that is now extinct was the connections, the friendships. I always say these things are the glue to what really matters, which is that connection
Oh
among
yeah.
collectors, like-minded individuals.
Mhm.
Everyone is on the same page because you can't just go and do the Optimus Prime voice to everyone out there because they're just gonna look at you and say, "Dude, you need like."
What are you
Yeah, you need.
doing?
Yeah.
So that happens a lot. So that's why I keep asking about how you two connect because I figure it was something like that. Like
Yeah, yeah, no, and considering we live on different coasts, you're just like, you didn't just run into each other
Right.
at a toy store. So.
Right, and it was funny because I remember when we were live once. No, we weren't like we were talking in the backstage, and you asked if you live far. I'm like, no, I live in Florida, and that's when you freaked out. You were like, wait, which part of Florida? And we were like, we don't live that far.
We can actually like go see like movie premieres and stuff together.
She is the first person that is driving distance from me, so we can go collab.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's fun.
Yes.
It's really fun. Yeah. I mean, we got to see another one of our biggest heroes growing up was Awesomeness Prime.
Oh man, TFCon Orlando was an experience that
We
I
got
would
to
never
meet
forget.
him. No, that was unreal. Actually getting to meet him and be like, "Oh my god, this is a person whose videos I've been watching for a long time," and like getting to meet that person and seeing how he is like in real life and just getting to toy hunt with him and just again geek out with each other. I thought that was really
And
nice.
I think what's the coolest part is I love it when people stay the same on camera and off camera because
Right.
that's just
Right.
them.
That's
That's
priceless.
who they are. And with Ness, she's the exact same way on camera, off camera. It's awesome.
Same with you.
Wait, get ready with Peter Cullen because he never leaves character. He's always in character.
Really?
Yeah. Even when that when they do conventions, they have handlers. They have people that are the ones that take the money and they do the lobby of so what do you want? You want an autograph? You want this? And so they go with them everywhere. And if you hang around that spot when he goes on a break, he has to be escorted, right? So he goes like he goes and says he's talking to you normally, but then he out of nowhere he goes and said, "Autobots transform and roll out," and that's how they know that they need to follow him. It's just
Wow.
it makes you go like,
So
Like-
hang around is what we're hearing. Hang around for a little bit while he
You were
goes on
gonna
break.
hang around.
yeah.
That is so cool.
Have you been to? I'm assuming you've been to Universal Studios. And
I have been to Universal, but it's been a long time. But I have ridden the Transformers ride. I love it.
One of the
It's
best rides.
exciting. And in LA, I'm gonna go ride the ride again, of course.
oh yeah, well it's a little bit different.
Is it different?
Yeah.
It's cool. You get to experience something new.
Something new.
And tell them what you're wearing for the day. They're going outfitted.
Outfitted. I'm gonna be Bumblebee. I already have a shirt.
Of
I already have
course.
backpack and everything.
Of course.
So it's gonna be really awesome and really fun.
So where do you guys see yourself in the future? Where do you see if there's any plan? If not, then it's just cool also. But where do you see this? What you have together going to? Like, are you gonna make more videos? Are you planning to do something else? I know that the collab was more sort of like, well, we might do something. That's how you told me about it. But do you have like a time lapse, or is there something planned for the future that we can take a sneak peek in some way?
So we do have some content that we've made over the last few days. We did a Q&A from some people who brought in some questions. And then, of course, this was something really exciting to look forward to. Like, can we fit this in? Like, that would be really cool. We did some toy hunt stuff. And then we're really hoping that once he comes back from LA, that we'll be able to collab on a few more things. Toy hunt-wise, maybe go do some sightseeing, like you said. Is there any other plans you're thinking of?
Well, you got to talk about the haul. Whatever you buy there, you need to show that, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we definitely have to show that. Well, what do I see in the future? Just us having fun, just keep doing the same thing. 'Cause that's what people like. We get comments saying like, "Oh, we're the dream team," or we just make their day, and it warms the heart because it's like we're being ourselves, and people like that.
We really enjoy collabing
Yeah,
together. Yeah.
people
Collabing.
connect to that. So keep doing that. Don't lose sight of that.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, no, just.
And even though it may not be like every week we can collab, it's been roughly around 2 months since we were able to do this once again. But it's super fun, and we enjoy it every time we do it. And yeah, and even
Yeah.
if we're not collabing, we just either call or text, and we just act like like best friends. That's how we are.
I think we're really excited maybe for Transformers 1 to come out. That would be really cool if we could go see it in theaters together.
That'll
Maybe get
be-
like a whole
That'll be
video out for
awesome.
that. That'd be really fun.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, but
At the day of this recording, there were a few drops that I want to show actually.
We were talking about that earlier this morning.
yes.
We were.
here, yeah, but they're sold out. what I just wanted to pick
wow.
Wow, they're
your
sold out.
yeah, oh yeah. Let me see. I just wanted to pick your brain on that. What do you guys think of these? Once I get there, we go. Yeah, sold out. They were immediately sold out. Well, is there's that one, and then
There were some mixed reviews about a figure in that one.
Yeah, there is a mix.
what's the mixer review? Tell me about it.
That figure to the left, right there,
That
breakdown.
breakdown.
Because I gotta be careful with my wording here because if not, I'm gonna get shot.
But
I'll
it
get
looks it
fired.
looks bulky. It looks why you don't people don't like it?
Their legacy has been doing some things with TFP. TFP has been a lot of people's childhood, basically their G1. It was honestly our G1.
hmm
We grew up
Growing
with
up with-
TFP. So when they see this and it's not accurate whatsoever, but G1 figures are getting really accurate figures, it kind of like makes them upset because they're doing like these characters kind of dirty. And this figure honestly looks like a retool of Bulkhead that they did quite a few years ago, I
I
believe.
think it's a retool. It's a flat out retool. And
Yeah, that
repainted.
chest is just
Right.
Bulkhead, and yeah, people don't really like this. I mean, I'm neutral about it. I'm probably not gonna pick it up, but for those who are, I think it looks cool. It
Yeah,
looks cool.
It's sold out.
It's sold out, yeah. So I guess it has some fans. I
There
like
you
the
go.
alt mode. The figure itself looks cool, but yeah, if you're a sticker for accuracy, you're not going to be very happy with this, especially with there being such hardcore TFP fans.
Oh yeah,
That's the mixed reviews, but I think these figures look great. I'm not. Are you picking any of these up?
probably.
Well,
The thing
I don't know how now because now you
Right.
have to wait for someone.
Now we have to
they're
wait for
sold out
someone,
now,
yeah.
so yeah, that's good.
I have a
Mostly
few
more.
sets on the way.
Oh,
You do. So definitely dropping back very soon.
Oh, these look. I mean, these look pretty cool.
Like that one looks
the
nice.
posing looks nice.
I like that. 54, and I think it comes with like those are like mini cons, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that looks really nice. But we have some figures that we see them, and it's like it's one of those that we have to see in store.
This one we were on a toy hunt filming when this came out. I literally was scrolling. I was like checking Instagram when we were walking to the Target, and I'm like, Transformers official just posted. What is it? And he had the camera on my phone. He's like, oh, it's a 5-pack. So really
Sold
cool
out
figures.
also.
Sold out. He really
Wow.
wants the Jazz. Like he likes the Jazz. I really like the Hound. I'm a big Hound
I
girl.
don't know if there's pictures of the packaging. Yeah.
Let's see
Look
if
at
we can get a
that.
look. Oh, that
Oh,
actually looks
whoa!
really good.
That's my first time. That's awesome. And I feel like 109.99 is not bad considering 5 figures.
For 5 figures, yeah. Well, that was the price. Obviously, it's not gonna be the price once
Right. That is
whoever
very
got
true.
It. Yeah. But
They look really good though. Sunscreen looks great.
It
right,
look
but
awesome.
G1 though.
G1. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
G1's been getting a lot of love lately, even in Studio Series. They did a listing about a week ago about it, and brand new stuff 2025. 80, 86 Megatron, 86 Galvatron,
Correct.
86 Optimus Prime.
And did you guys? All right, let's move to the next one. Did you guys jump into this?
That was another hotly debated topic in the community. There were some people who were saying, "Oh my God, this is amazing! Take my money right now." And then there's some people that are like, "Maybe I need to think about this." And then there were others like, "No, just no,
They're not gonna do it.
no, they're not going to."
Well,
and
it's
then
funded.
yeah, it looks
got
like
funded,
it
yeah.
got funded.
Yeah, that's it.
I think the figure looks
So,
great.
I think it's gonna be a beast.
It's gonna It's gonna.
It's
be.
already better than the originals.
Ooh, you're gonna get in hot water for
You
that.
I
think
was
so?
gonna say.
I mean, just seeing it on picture, it already looks better. And they said that the original was like super hard to stand up. Like they would have trouble.
Usually, when they're that big, that comes with trouble,
Right.
and especially when you have to combine so many pieces.
Like Omega
together.
Prime and Ultra Magnus
Right.
to transform this.
So you didn't pull the plug on this one?
I did not. $250. I mean, don't get me wrong. This looks awesome. It looks really cool. It's just probably not for my taste. $250 is not bad.
I don't think it's that bad for what it was.
Yeah.
I will say by the time this show comes out, it's probably either the crowdfund ended or it's about to. I can easily guesstimate that thing is gonna go for $500. Like
Really?
double. Yeah. It's usually the HasLab exclusive stuff usually goes for that because only the people in the know, even though they fully advertise the whole thing and it's everywhere, only the people are like actively following this knows about that. So
Really?
when
Wow.
they see it on a shelf, they go like,
Wow, where
where
does
did
this
this
come
come
from? Yeah.
from? So that comes with a price.
I mean, it looks good.
I'm glad that
It
it
does
got
look good.
funded for the people who really, because I know there's some people that are really excited
Yeah,
about this guy. So
Yeah.
I'm happy for that.
he looks good.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. But I think I kind of foresee a spike on that number because as of now it has what 16,000 backers.
Yeah,
So
and people
probably when it's like 2 days down, it might go a little bit more. Maybe
probably
surpass
higher.
20.
A lot of people were surprised that this thing actually got supported because a lot of people had mixed feelings about this.
Yeah.
So
If
I'm happy it did. It looks cool. I'm happy for Transformers Robots in Disguise fans.
Yes.
All right. So with that said, I want to thank you both for coming. Anything else that I haven't asked that you want to add, or I know I can speak for hours with you.
Yeah, no, we
But
did the
anything
same.
else that I didn't ask that you want to add?
Anything?
You want to plug something? Your channels? Where can we find you? Where can people find your content? Why don't you?
Where can we find the Orion Pax Pops?
So you guys can go ahead and find me on Instagram, and I just started YouTube. So thankfully, thanks to this guy, I had been thinking about YouTube for a bit, and I wasn't really sure if I would jump the gun on that. And then I decided to do it for TFCon, and it was fun. So now I'm starting a YouTube channel. I'm also active on TikTok, and then hopefully Twitch in the future.
You gotta give me your handles on that. So
Yes.
say it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You gotta tell them the most important. You reach 500.
No, where can you find
500
Orion
subscribers.
Pax Pops on every single? Yeah, all my platforms is just Orion Pax Pops.
Everything is the same handle.
Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and then Twitch, even Discord, Orion Pax Pops.
And I forgot to switch. There we go. And so what are you doing on YouTube? Just like toy hunts and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, I started off with just a little bit of vlogging, and then I decided to try a toy hunt. I'm like, this is really fun. So it's been a little dry these last few weeks, and I've been taking like a little bit of a hiatus off. But now that we have new stuff, I'm getting back into the toy hunt stuff. I'm actually trying to get back into just doing like top 10 lists, like what are my top 10 I did top 10 Transformers Funkos, maybe more just top 10 Transformers. I want to get into figure reviews, still learning the how to do figure reviews in the first place, but I really want to start opening up how to do that because I do have a little bit of time. I'm planning on going to med school, so this is the time for me to really enjoy doing this
Oh yeah.
stuff. So
Once you jump into med school, forget about all
I'm
that.
not gonna have as much time to do this. Like I hope that I'll still be able to turn to this as my comfort and a way to unload while I'm studying, but it won't be as active as this. So this is the time to just do it all.
How about you? Where can we find you?
You can find me YouTube Primus the Creator. I used to be called Primus Reviews, but now I go by Primus the Creator, and Instagram as well, just Primus the Creator as well. I'm also starting a little bit TikTok, not as active as there, but just as a like little unboxings and stuff. You want to see that on TikTok, but I'm mostly active on Instagram and YouTube as well.
And once again, you only like the newer versions of a film, but you're not that much into the old ones of the Michael Bavers, whatever it's called.
Oh no, I love anything with Michael Bavers. I love the '07 Revenge of the Fallen. It's up there. It's okay. Dark of the Moon is my favorite.
It's his favorite
of all
Oh,
film.
time.
me too.
Dark of the Moon is
Great.
my
One's
favorite
amazing.
of all time. When the way I see it is when you watch the first 5 of the Transformers, the third one just sticks out from the very beginning. It has this sort of tone that you don't feel with the rest. And I know that '07 is iconic, and I love that. But Dark of the Moon just hits different. I felt like Dark of the Moon was supposed to be the end, but since it did so good, the Paramount's like, oh, let's just make a fourth and a fifth one. And I only like Age of Extinction because of Lockdown. My favorite villain of all time is Scourge from Rise of the Beast. I love Scourge.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he was a badass in that
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
From the first 5 minutes, he was already
I'm
my
sorry,
favorite.
but badging
It's
the
scary,
people that
yeah,
he's
scary.
like, come on, that was really cool.
And Lockdown's also a great villain.
Yeah.
I like Lockdown. He's seen stuff, and that's cool because we get to speculate on some things that they don't really mention in the movie. So we can be like, oh, what happened to this character? We can speculate. What happened to that character? We can speculate. And Lockdown has seen stuff that we still don't know, that we can only speculate. Plus, how did he capture the big old Dinobots? That's what I'm trying to understand. That little Lockdown. How did he? You saw how big they are. They're huge. How did he do that?
You gotta fly the red flag.
Well, it's science fiction. The one about the moon happens to be inspired on an actual real conspiracy.
Really?
You guys don't know this?
I don't. Do you?
Take it away.
So no, really? Okay. So this podcast is heading somewhere else now. So the Apollo missions were canceled because supposedly the populace lost interest in going into the moon,
Right.
and it cost a lot of money. So they canceled. We only went the amount of times that have been established, but there's a conspiracy theory that said that there was a mission 19 that tried to go to the dark side of the moon, but we never heard from them again. They
Right.
got lost supposedly. There was a mission 20. This is all a conspiracy theory,
Right.
where they actually went and found an ark. And yeah, there's pictures at Google this. They actually found supposedly an ancient, gigantic spaceship that crashed on the moon millions of years ago, and inside of it there were like remains of giants and stuff like that. So that's where the movie comes from. That's what the whole thing comes from.
Whoa.
You learn new
Actually,
things every day.
one in this, there's a shot, I can't remember in which part, but there's a shot of when Prime forms and they're like on a hangar or something like that.
Right.
There's a shot with Buzz Aldrin from Apollo 11
Yeah.
was there. He
Hangs
looks at him and everything. He looks up, and it's a nod to the conspiracy.
That is.
That's actually
I
that's a
did-
cool
I did
little
not
tidbit
know
in there.
that.
I heard a little bit about the conspiracy, not in detail though. I'm gonna go look up some pictures when
Yeah,
we go home.
we
That's
need
really
to.
Yeah,
cool.
please go. There are satellite pictures of a mountain that people think, well, that's the Ark. They call it the Ark sometimes.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
really cool.
technically, there are real transformers on the moon.
Yeah.
Hey,
We gotta go find them
You may never know. I mean,
You never know.
You never know. You may find a transformer and
somewhere.
be your buddy right then and there.
Your own guardian.
Your own guardian.
Bumblebee, hopefully, all right?
Oh, hopefully
that would be
Bumblebee.
so
Who is your
cool.
favorite transformer, actually?
So I know a lot of people would say, Optimus Prime, he's like a huge fan favorite. So I'd say he's like,
You said Megatron, right?
no, I love Megatron a lot, but actually my favorite's Ratchet. 'Cause,
Ratchet.
Yeah, he's
Ratchet.
a medic. In Prime, I needed that. Like, I just love his attitude and that. The fact that he's a medic really speaks on in the healthcare side of things. So I really love him.
And which version of Ratchet? Because the G1 kind of look a little different and feels a little different than what they did in the cinematic universe. So.
Yeah, so I really like. So I'd say there's no Ratchet I don't like. I feel like TFA, he's a little more goofy. His design's a little
Mhm.
more silly. I really like the G1 as like a comfort design. I love how much he works with Wheeljack. Like, they're masterminds in so many things. So I really admire that about them. I'd have to say I'm either tied for the Bayverse Ratchet just because it's how I got into Transformers, or Transformers Prime Ratchet, my favorite design for sure.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Wow. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
There you go. You found out here in the show. Well, guys, once again, thank you so much for
Thank you
coming.
so much
I
for
had a lot
having
of
us.
fun talking to you guys, and I hope next time when you come back, let's plan another show, and then we can talk about how LA was, how LA treated you, and everything.
I'm really excited.
That'd
I'm
be-
really excited.
I mean, he'll be back for sure. He's
Oh, no,
We
yeah.
have plans for him to come back, so we'd love to be back on here. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
And Ness, you said that the market is dry, but I have a bunch of new
yeah,
stuff
that
there.
is.
I was gonna say,
that is something over there that we need to go check
I
out.
have been getting my friends who collect stuff that are in the area. I'm like, come check out this new store. It's really good. I have a friend actually coming here today to come check out your
Thank you.
collection.
Appreciate
So
it.
it looks really good. You're starting something really awesome. So thank
This
you.
is really cool.
No, thank you. Actually, we were like getting ready, and we're like, we lost Ness because you were like looking.
Yeah, you were over
around.
there. We were just getting ready.
I
You
saw
were
the
like,
Thundercracker Skyward, and I'm like, oh my god, I love his face mold. It's just so cool. And your reaction figures. I know you told us a little bit about them last time. They're really cool.
They're not the normal ones, or they're either PowerCon exclusives or something like that, and they're also like pretty neat variants of
Not stuff you see every day. So
Yeah.
it's like come here and check it out if you want to see things different from your retail stores. I'm gonna tell my friends to come here.
Thank you. Appreciate it both.
thank you so much.
I really hope you liked this episode, and don't forget we did a bunch of episodes in the past, so just go and search the channel and check them out as well, because there's a lot of plastic chats and a lot of toy talk, and I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it.